the Podical Sons.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone in the world, because neither one of us don't have any law degrees. I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start this show. How you feeling today?
Feeling fine. It's a weekend. It's probably the best time of the week is when the weekend comes around. I don't know how you feel about that, Marv.
I mean, everything's
Are you a week person? Is there any like day in between the week that you particularly enjoy, or is it just all reserved fun and gun on the weekend?
No, I try to make the best out of every day. And I mean, I want to say I always try to make sure Wednesdays.
Yeah.
It being a hump day, you're supposed to hump. That's what I thought.
You're keeping true to that?
I mean, that's what I thought it was for.
Okay.
And they're like, no, to get over the middle of the hump. I'm like, but we're not camels. We're people. We hump.
Yeah.
So I thought, it's a definite to hump and stuff, whatever. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the pervert.
It could be just you.
I'm the only person that's fucking on a Wednesday?
Well, the people fuck every day, but they don't really dedicate the Wednesday because it's getting over that hump. I don't think
But that would help you get to the hump, over the hump.
I don't think they're using the hump to get over the hump.
Think about it. If you got some action on the Wednesday, your Thursday is swimming because Friday right there.
Yeah, but what if your bad day is a Monday? And what if the hump is needed on the Sunday?
Then hump on the Sunday.
But then you can't name the Sunday the hump day because Sunday is technically the beginning of the calendar week.
So then call it Missionary Mondays and then just do Missionary on the Monday.
Do Missionary on the Monday?
Yeah.
But then that would take care of Tuesday. That wouldn't really, that wouldn't help the Monday because you already gone through the Monday. Now you coming home from the Monday night.
You have a tantric Tuesday just to
Tantric Tuesday gonna take care of the Wednesday. See, no, you're getting it all mixed up. If you want to take care of the day at hand, you got to do it the day before.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a good Monday, you got to blow off on Sunday.
So then you got to blow some back outs on the Sunday.
Okay, well that still don't mean
skeet Sunday.
Still don't skeet Sunday will help you for Monday. Well, it will help you for Monday,
Sunday will
but it
help
can't
you
be
for
a hump
Monday.
day. It can't be hump day. Hump day got to be in the middle of the week.
No, but all right. Picture this, like on the weekends and stuff, whatever, right? The best days for me, I feel like, be the Fridays because you don't gotta get like I work Monday through Friday,
right?
So the best days be like the Friday night and the Saturday night and the Sunday night. You're saying, oh damn, I gotta go in tomorrow. So this is what I'm saying. So like Sunday's just like kind of sleep and catch up your energy again,
right?
Until set time. Because when that alarm go off and stuff, like I was in the shower and stuff earlier today and stuff, and I was like taking in like I'm like, damn, I gotta get in the shower early as hell tomorrow morning and stuff. But that's what I was saying. So come with the territory.
So after recording today, you gonna get yourself some help for Monday morning?
You goddamn right, man.
I ain't mad at you.
It's hard out here and stuff, whatever. It's hard out here when you're all alone and stuff, whatever. Going home and there's no vagina to hump.
I hears ya.
Ladies, hope you're listening.
All the ladies and the rest of the fans in our beautiful city of Toronto and across the world who are listening to Podical Sons, welcome to today's show.
Welcome. Let's talk about MAGA Man and his Jesus is King album. How you feel about it? So I want to say for the past few weeks that I've been hearing a little talk and blips of it. I think Kim K, like the ending of September, she leaked like the track list, or she put up the track list on her gram and social media.
It was her that leaked?
Yeah, she put up the track list on the social media.
No, I heard there's I don't know if it was like pre-releases or whatever, but I hear there's a few tracks that are on like some streaming services.
But prior?
Yeah, well, with that I wouldn't say not too long prior, but I would say within the last month or so that popped up.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. So that's what I heard and stuff, whatever, too. And then I want to say it was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago on a Friday, and then it dropped.
Yes.
And then I think he issued an apology and stuff, whatever, on his Twitter about it. So I mean,
right. He was basically saying there was I guess it was like 2 songs that he wasn't pleased with the mix.
2 or 3 songs, with the mixing and stuff like whatever. He's a perfectionist,
right? Yeah,
when it
of
comes
course.
to music and stuff. And so I see it and I get it, and I understand that whole dance and stuff, whatever. But then, so that's why I'm like, I avoid talking about the whole, like I feel like it was like a pump fake until it actually dropped. I didn't listen to it yet, but I heard some other things from like his little choir group and everything and the whole church thing. So,
do you think that's where the secret drop has its advantage? When you just drop out of
Absolutely.
nowhere, people are not anticipating anything or like that.
It is.
So if you have, if you like, let's say you decide you're gonna drop it on a Tuesday, but come Tuesday you find out, nothing, one or two mixes are off, and you still gotta fix that because there's no real anticipation of it coming out on Tuesday. You don't really hurt yourself if you put it back a couple days or so, and then drop it on a Saturday.
I mean, because like I said, I'm a big fan of that, whatever, right? I call it the Beyonce style rollout, whatever, because to me, that just, in my world, Beyonce was the first one that kind of did it.
Yeah.
And that I knew, because I remember when she did the Beyonce album. She was on tour for like her previous album and stuff with the Halo track and the Divas, and she's like, hey, at midnight, my album's coming out. Everybody, what? And it just kind of blindsided people. So you give people no time to expect nothing, to critique anything, nothing. You just come out and stuff and just do it, whatever, right?
And also allow yourself time if there's any mistakes or anything that needs to be fixed, because ain't nobody knows coming out anyway.
Exactly. So, I mean, you have that time and stuff to do all the above, whatever, right? So, I mean, they knew he was working on a gospel type album and stuff, whatever. People knew. But then when Kim K, I think, did the whole track list thing,
right.
I guess they kind of honed in the time frame and stuff with it. Because, I mean, this is not coming from, TMZ. It's coming from the man's wife.
Right, exactly. If anybody should know, she should know.
Exactly.
She called him on the phone when he coming home from the studio.
Exactly. So those things and stuff work hand in hand. I feel 50-50 on the whole Ye and church thing. I'm on the fence and stuff, whatever, because my thing, I think, let me say, the good, however you find God or however you find the spiritual calling and all the above, is whatever's clever.
Of course, yeah.
I know a dude and stuff, whatever, that used to like be straight, not terrorist, but hoodlum, doing like all the bads and the ones and twos and all the above.
Yeah.
He used to rob and all that type of stuff and everything, and he got into a bad situation and stuff, and that was his wake-up call. Now he's a deacon in the church.
Yeah.
And he's working his way to be a pastor or whatever, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, like, however you find your calling to be with God or walk with God.
However you get that path, whatever the path
whatever's
takes.
clever.
Yeah.
So this case and stuff, whatever, with all that wild stuff that Kanye does and everything, this might be that path.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think the problem with what Kanye faces is because all the antics that have come prior to it, right? It almost got to the point where people are like, I don't want to say sick of Kanye, but maybe tired of Kanye and his antics, and knowing that some of the stuff that he may have done in the past for attention,
right?
Some may look at what he's doing now is just another way of trying to grab attention,
right?
And as genuine as he may be with it, you know what I mean? And
genuine, you bastard.
You and sometimes you can't really blame people for thinking like that
because he's so faithful.
But it's he started in this realm. His very first release was Jesus Walks. So we know he had a spiritual aspect about him.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not downplaying and stuff, whatever, right? But I mean, like, certain things that he's done or said and all the above before, like you said, with the antics.
Right.
It sheds a different type of light. Now, we're all about growth and development, whatever, right? I can speak for you this time, bastard. Sometimes I can't speak for you at times, but yeah. But in any case and stuff, whatever, with the whole growth and development piece or whatever, I feel like, this is in that realm. And if that may be, you can't go back. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm being a bully, I'm too harsh with it and stuff, whatever, but I feel that, like, if I tell you I was a full-fledged porn star, now I'm about to become a pastor, I can't be a pastor porn star.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right, I get what you're saying.
So I'm saying, like, you can't, like, either it's one or the other. So my thing and stuff is that, yes, Jesus Walks was his first hitter, but then he came away and whatever, you know, like, Amazing Grace, I was lost, but now I'm found.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're found.
Yeah.
Nigga, don't be trying to change up later again to go back to the lost portion and stuff, whatever, because that's when you're playing a God.
Well, do you think that's a possibility? I mean, anything's a possibility with Kanye.
Anything's a possibility.
But do you think that's something that he may be looking at? Do you think he's? It's kind of hard to pinpoint it actually with him, right? Because anything that he does is not typical,
right?
And he's always trying to break new ground, right? And he's mainstream and not necessarily mainstream at the same time. He'll say things that'll ruffle a lot of feathers.
Bush don't like black people. That's my favorite Kanye line.
He doesn't always go with the flow, right? So with what he's doing now, and I this can kind of touch upon the argument that we were having prior when you asked me if I thought the Bible should be rewritten.
Yeah.
What he's doing now. I'm still
getting some static for that. A lot of people coming from me, whatever. They're like, so I had an older dude and stuff walk up to me. He's like, hey, how's it going? So heard you have a podcast, and somebody told me that you said the Bible should be rewritten. So I'm like, yeah, I said it.
Yeah. So
what up? What? I'm like, what up? You know, I'm with the smoke. Baby, welcome to the party. I'm with the pop and smoke. So then he's like, well, it's, you know, the New Testament. I'm like, yeah, you sound like Smooth, man. So I'm like, yes, the New Testament is the rewritten and stuff. But I'm like, yo, we have to make it applicable to today's times, because I feel like some people and stuff are not that intelligent like how they once were before.
Right.
And a lot of things have to be in layman's terms and stuff, whatever, right? Because I feel like society has taken away like critical thinking for people.
Okay. So
when I said that, he kind of, you know, ducked out and bowed out gracefully and stuff like that.
Oh, he needed a smooth in the corner. That's what he needed.
I felt kind of good with it.
He got it over him.
He's 50 plus, whatever.
You got it over him.
I'm like, what up? Yeah. That's right.
He just needed to come back and sit in Smooth's corner, make Smooth get a shoulder massage, get him all prepared for round 2.
I was going to bark like X, like, you know, like, yo, that's right. Get back. That sound like a chihuahua bark. Yeah, there you go.
But keeping in line with that sort of thinking, right? With what Ye is doing with his Sunday service, do you think he is rewriting how we should worship God, Jesus, or whoever deity that you may represent going forward? This is not, I mean, what he calls church service is not the typical
church service.
Sit down Sunday, you listen to your pastor preach and
with the organ player and everything.
Organ player, the offering plate going around, he's throwing the offering.
And that's why I kind of dig, like, all right, like the Soul Anchor track with the Soul Faithful.
Yeah.
I dig that whatever, because that whole track thing, like when they were doing the lyrics, right? I seen the lyrics.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like they're paraphrasing from each Bible verse.
Okay.
So I was like, it's like one part came from Isaiah, another part came from Matthew, another part came from that to make one verse. So I'm like, you have to be methodical,
right,
to do something like that.
But that's what the preacher do every Sunday?
True, but that's what I'm saying. You're saying, like, I'm with the rewrite thing. I'm not disagreeing with you and stuff with that one, but I'm saying, like, to musician standards,
right?
Most musicians and stuff, like, okay, Snoop did a church album, right?
Yes.
Was it a Good Book? I think it was called Good Book.
Was that when he was Snoop Lion?
It is after he's still smoking weed in the hair and everything. This is like one of his recent ones.
This is a recent one.
Have to be like within the past 2-3 years or something like whatever, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't done like that from an artistry type of level.
Okay.
Right? Like tons of I want to say, my thing is that when black people get older to a point, they always run to God. And like some of them, if they were musicians and stuff, whatever, they might be one way and then they turn like Mr. Vegas and stuff, whatever.
Right,
you know?
right. Yeah.
I am blessed. And this is the same guy who was telling you hot fuck a few years before, whatever, right? Now he's telling you, you know.
Yeah, with the whole, Sprague Benz.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild like that with it. But I look at it stuff, I'm like, the way how that song was from Ye,
Right.
I think that was beautifully thought and done.
Right.
So I looked at it and stuff as like, this album is worth the listen. And I haven't heard it and stuff yet, whatever. Now, from the antics and stuff that he did and everything, like whatever, it made me not break my neck right away.
To go and listen.
Yeah, to go and listen to stuff, whatever, right? Because that part of me, the other part, like I said, that's on the fence, is that this is more antics.
Right.
This is more antics.
Yeah.
And the fact that, okay, I'm not good with the math and the figures and stuff like that, whatever. But if you have over 1 billion sales and stuff, whatever, with Adidas and everything, or you brought Adidas to that type of level, you hopefully, if you bring him like 1 billion, I'm thinking you probably bring in like at least 200 mil to yourself. So when he's doing this Sunday service thing, and I hear he's selling merch,
yes,
that's out of hand.
Yeah,
you make mad money from the Yeezys and the whole Adidas thing and your records and everything else. Why you still need to go bang like let whatever church do their thing, or if they want to.
It's funny that you mentioned that because and right before we started recording, I was asking, we were discussing topics, and I was asking if he was still in Jamaica, because that was a post that I had received through one of my friends on WhatsApp. Was this lady in Jamaica, and she was basically saying the same thing. It's like, yo,
he banging merch.
How Kanye is supposed to be in Jamaica selling T-shirts with the Jamaica coat of arms on the T-shirts for $100 US. He ain't even selling it for $100 Jamaican. He's selling it for $100 US a pop, and he's and
at
she's
the
saying
Sunday service thing
at the Sunday service.
Yikes.
Right? And what she's saying is, what's the difference between Kanye selling merch like that, right? Mm-hmm. And Oral Roberts selling a vial of holy water on TV where you can buy in this. She said,
yeah,
he fleecing the people, like, you know what I mean? Just like other religious people are fleecing
That's
the
true.
people.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Jesus. And all in the name of people's, playing on people's spirituality and their beliefs, all in the name of making money. It's just basically what you're saying. It's like, yo, you're making all this money off of all these other avenues. If this is an avenue that you're choosing now to promote your beliefs,
right,
and your spirituality, why are you putting a price on that? Right, that should be something that should be a free gift if you're looking at it from a humanity standpoint.
They not. I mean that's the thing that kind of just throws me through the loop. So that's why I'm like, I'll take the album for what it is for artistry purpose, because I like the OJ. Like if we're gonna choose between whatever, I always take the OJ before this new Ye.
Yeah,
that's just me. I mean, that's just my opinion and stuff, whatever. Because I look at it and stuff as that. I feel like he has something more to prove him before. It was just kind of like typical off the cuff asshole Ye, and I can deal with that. But like when this is curved and stuff into that whole spiritual realm, like I don't know how it might go. Like I said, I'm just taking for the album for what it is. But the whole personal thing and stuff, whatever, those antics can't be swept and wiped a clean slate from me.
This new Ye is everything that the old Ye went up against.
Facts.
What do you contribute the change to? Do you think it's just the fame and fortune?
Oh yeah, fame, man.
Get into his head, removing him from those morals he started off with. Because it's basically,
he grew up in the church and all that.
Yeah,
type of
you know what I
stuff
mean. What he fought against, a lot of things. Mind you, he still seems to be for the people, but just the way how he portrays it and goes about it may not come off as being for the people. In regards to the whole stance on Republican. right? He's got messages similar to what what's that black chick's name? Is it Candace Owens?
Candace Owens.
Similar to what Candace Owens is saying. And listen, Candace Owens is saying some stuff that is true to life, and you can't really dispute it. Not because she's in a Republican Party, it doesn't ring true for black people.
Right.
It does, right? So it's maybe not so much the message, but how the messenger is presenting it and how it comes off. I think that's kind of where Kanye loses a lot of people, and then it's also a point where he himself has totally moved away from his old Kanye message, and now we're seeing it in this light when we would be like, but yo, there's no possible way Jesus is still walking with you. What you doing all this
stuff?
I mean, you walking with Little Pump talking about you a sick fuck, you like me, and then you like you did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't see Jesus skanking in the video
that's
beside
what
you.
I was saying and stuff. I'm like, okay, you what was it? I'm a sick fuck. I like the quick fuck. Yeah, all that type of stuff. So I'm like, were you working on the album when you're doing this? Shit? I'm like, I don't know. Well, so I was like, all right, let me just take it for just the music side first.
Yeah.
And then, like, I'm a lyrical person and stuff, whatever, so I'm just going to try and digest and break down, like, what I'm hearing. Because most of the newer stuff, whatever, that I hear today, it has no lyrical content to it. So that's the reason why I'm like, people, like, I want to say, I kind of not really grew up with Kanye, but Kanye came up and stuff where I was still putting that much energy into listening to new music.
Right.
So this is the reason why, like, you're like, you had that time to take, this is your time to prove to me how you still got it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens and stuff, whatever, with all that. Like I said, that's just that for the Yeezus, man.
I mean, even I think like last week or a week ago, they were showing some clip with I don't know if it was on the Kardashians where he was talking to Kim, how she dressed in a little bit too sexy and too provocative.
And she's like, yo, you're on that Jesus tip, not me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is true.
Right.
And this is where, look, the illest thing and stuff, whatever, is that one of my ex-girlfriends and stuff, whatever, if she hear this and stuff, whatever, she probably should come at me, whatever. But it wasn't a point where we were together and she got baptized.
Right.
And I didn't get baptized.
Right.
Right? And I told her stuff, I'm like, when I feel like it's that time or whatever, calling and stuff I might get, whatever, I'll go. She said, because she got baptized, what we're doing now, we're now fornicating. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So I told her, I'm like, you're on this new spiritual path and I'm not on there. So if we can't make these worlds mesh together and work together, we shouldn't be together. And she's like, I don't want to make it happen and stuff. But I'm like, nah, but I don't feel like I'm ready for that yet. And I still feel like there's some other things and stuff that I have to get to first. So
you still got some more sinning to do?
Man, I'm trying to get right. I'm trying to get right.
I don't like how you said that with a small laugh after.
I mean, I'm trying to get right. I'm trying to get right, I'm playing a little So Faithful and stuff there in the background when my dad are not up. I mean, but, other than that, but like this, my mom told me I was gonna burn in hell. That's the illest thing. If your mom tell you you're gonna burn in hell,
if your mom tell you gonna burn in hell,
so let me give the context. See, that's the narrative.
All right,
let me give you the context.
All right,
me and my mom was having this conversation stuff about getting baptized. She's like, "Yo, I christened you when you were little,
right?
Because that's what you do, like in that time and stuff, whatever, right? You christen a child to raise the child in the path of God,
right?
But when it comes to that child to become an adult or a person of their own will, they get baptized.
Yes.
I didn't get baptized.
Right.
So she's like, well, she's baptized. So I'm like, but you committed more sins than a little bit. She's like, she's got to pray a few times and God will forgive her and then she can still go through the gates of heaven.
Yes.
She's like, I ain't get baptized, so I can't go nowhere or whatever, right?
The shield is up.
She's like, don't be surprised if the clouds just vanish beneath me and then I just land into like a pit of fire. So I'm like, Mama, you telling me I'm going to hell? She's like, I mean, that's what the good book says, right?
Can't go against a good book.
So I looked at it stuff as like maybe one day I might find my calling and stuff, whatever, to go. But I feel like there's other religions that kind of catch my eye,
Yeah.
and I'm more about enlightenment type of thing.
Right.
So we'll see where that goes. But in any case, stuff, whatever. Like I said, how you get to God is how you get to God.
Yeah.
I'm all for that and stuff and everything like that, whatever, right? But I still prefer the old Ye. That's just me. I prefer the old Ye music and stuff because even that last album that dropped, whatever, it didn't hit me. It didn't hit me and stuff, whatever. I think like the one before, the Life of Pablo, it did something. But that last 7-track one, whatever, nah, it missed me. It missed me and stuff with her. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I prefer the old Ye, like the late registration Ye. But we'll see what Jesus is King does and stuff like that, whatever, to the masses. And, you know, hopefully.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with I want to say with rap music. Is that a lot of our veterans think that they gotta sort of change with the time, or
no, I mean
keep with what's current.
They don't have to. They don't have to.
No, they don't have to.
Yeah, but they feel like they do.
But they feel like they do.
Right.
Whereas if you look at other genres like country, rock and roll, jazz, none of those guys are trying to keep up with what's current.
Right.
They just go with what work with them and run with that, because they know they built up their fan base with that mindset, and they know there are people out there who still enjoy and rock with that mindset.
Right.
And as soon as it's done, as soon as it's in hip hop, and we look at our contemporaries to do the same thing, and they switch up, and we're like, no, I don't want to hear you doing that.
Well,
I want to hear you doing the shit that I know you for.
True, but I mean, you can't be out here people pleasing and stuff, whatever, right? Like I look at it stuff as that
you can't. But this is what I'm saying. Kanye sounds better as the old Kanye, but he's trying to please the newer generation by switching up and doing some of the newer shit. When we're like, nah,
clout chasing.
Yeah. When we're like, nah, you don't have to. You're Kanye. Like,
well, and
you birthed these kids,
right? And that's what, like, I'm definitely a fan of that 444, that J album.
Yeah,
because it's kind of like he's in his own realm, but you've grown and stuff with, like, if you've been a J fan from the beginning and stuff with it, it's like you can't knock the hustle. So let's say some dude was probably drug dealing at that time, doing his 1s and 2s and stuff, whatever, hustling hard till he got to this point where he got a little money and he's big pimping and stuff like that, whatever. Now he's in a spot where he don't want to lose his family, and family means everything, and legacy, and nobody wins at the family feuds because you're older now and you're wiser now. That's that lane that you're in life. Yeah. And if they were with you from the beginning, they probably still ride with you then. Like me personally, I love Jadakiss and I love Styles P. Right. And then when they go at it like a back and forth type of thing, their music is, I always feel like those tracks are always hot to me. To this day, I still listen to it and stuff. But when I was younger and, you know, quote unquote thugging and everything like that, whatever, those gun busting lines and all that type of stuff would hit. Yeah. I'm a grown ass old man. Like, it don't really hit like that now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't relate to that. No, I work a 9-to-5 job. Of course. You know, like, I'm a father now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't hit unless you come with the similes and metaphors.
I hear you.
So I mean, hey, that's life though, right? Growth and development. So we'll see what happens and stuff, whatever, with that. Next thing and stuff, whatever. I want to switch up to go to Pharrell. Pharrell Williams going on the cover of GQ magazine. The new masculinity.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that title? When I seen it, I'm like, I gotta pick it up. I don't really buy GQ like that. Right. I don't buy GQ like that unless it's somebody I am interested in. Yeah. To pick up the cover and stuff with it. I didn't pick up the Serena Williams one.
I just want to know what was wrong with the old masculinity.
They said it's toxic. They said it's toxic. I don't know why, but they said it's toxic. So, I mean, like, when it came down to it and stuff, whatever, with this whole new thing he was talking about, like the hip-hop culture and I guess the black culture about the masculinity thing, and he was talking about referencing people's like from the past, and he's bringing it to people like to the present. So he's saying stuff like, I'm paraphrasing when he said like, we never bat an eye for like Prince, Andre 3000, those type of people and stuff, whatever, when they came with the different stuff. But it's a problem if ASAP Rocky has a purse or is a fashionista and stuff like that, whatever, or is it fashionista if he's a guy, I don't know. But, you know, and it got me thinking, like, did we ridicule our past heroes the same way as the present?
I don't think we ridiculed them, but as, you know, as men, we always looked and said, yo, Prince be a little wild in his clothing. We know he be bagging.
Yeah, with the ass cheeks cut out.
Yeah, we know he be bagging out. You know, mad women, but I ain't trying to bag women like that. You know what I mean? I'll just more straight. So we always.
But back then that was the thing though. Like, cause Rick James had like, you know, like the long hair don't care type of thing, but he still had Prince still had the mustache the same way Rick James still had the mustache, but they look feminine like in the dressing.
And I think that's what really made us ignore it, because we looked at it and, you know, we pretty much said, yo, that it's costume is part of the territory of being a rock star, because you were used to male rock stars wearing eyeliner and having their hair tweezed and doing guy liner and doing all these sort of stuff that we would reserve for women,
right?
And put it in the realms of femininity. But we only looked at it just as that. You understand? And we would say, yo, Prince be wearing stuff that's kind of questionable, but we know he still be bagging women, right? And we'd be saying the same thing about Rick James.
But I still say the same thing about ASAP Rocky.
Yeah,
ASAP Rocky and stuff when he was on that thing with holding the Chanel purse.
Yeah,
when he was wearing the purse and stuff, whatever, I was like, yo, this boy is wild out here. That's a purse. And then he had the nerve to make the freestyle, but it's not a purse, it's a satchel. I'm like, no, that's a purse, my man.
Dude, no.
But I guarantee
we play video games and we're into you know, folklore, medieval stuff. We know what a satchel looks like.
Facts.
We know. Don't
you know,
be playing.
Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones I done seen.
Don't play with our emotions. We know what a satchel is.
I know what a purse look like, especially when I got the CC on there with the Chanel. No, I'm like, no, that was a purse. But I know for a fact ASAP Rocky's probably smashing a new chick every night. And all the above, whatever, except for when he was in Sweden, you know. You know, he was probably slipping and sleeping.
He might have had a time out there.
Yeah, he had a time out there and stuff for that. But I mean, like, worst case scenario, yeah, he was doing his ones and twos. So I don't put like this. If the person don't come out and say they gay, it doesn't register as nothing to me, whatever. Like when you come out and say you gay, then that's it.
I think today's fashion though is more questionable than the time of a Prince in a Rick James, because if we were to go back to that time, take it back to that time,
they were wearing blouses.
Right? They were wearing blouses, but the type of blouses that they were wearing, it didn't lend itself to femininity, because we seen. We the type of blouses.
Prince wore heels.
But I'm not talking about the heels.
Okay.
But even with the heel, even with the heels, if we look at heels and blouse shirts, right? Where's that really coming from? From
the 70s,
from a male's perspective. If you're looking, if you ain't got, if you're looking for a start where you first started seeing that stuff, you seen pirates wear that shit. Pirates wore boots with heels. They had the blouse. They had the
swashbuckles.
The swashbuckles. They had the blousy shirts. That's the type of fashion.
Well, my ancestors were never pirates.
Well, and
if I was Somalian descent, I'm pretty sure they dress a little bit different than that.
Not that you know of. And maybe they had one or two Marv design shirts with the butterfly collars.
Why you gotta put Marv on a damn design shirt?
Their ancestors.
I claim faith for a lot of bullshit. Not that.
The ancestors, man.
Yo, you trying to crucify
But
me.
listen, if back then Prince was to throw a purse on his shoulders, I don't think it would have had it wouldn't have had the same
hit. It hit different.
it would have had the same backlash as it has today. It's these dudes throwing shoulders on their back.
Yeah, I guess, because like I see some dudes and stuff or whatever, they're wearing jeggings, right? They're wearing those little tights and stuff, whatever, and everything and stuff like that. That look like what chicks should be wearing. But then when you go on certain type of stores and stuff, whatever, they call it unisex clothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I stick in my own lane and stuff, whatever, of fashion. One girl told me the other day and stuff, I dressed like I'm in still in 2000 era. So I'm like, I'm okay with that to an extent. I'm like, if I look like I'm fresh out of 2000 stuff, then that's it. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure I still have like a little grown apparel to me. And if not, then I made peace with who I am. I am who I am.
I mean, obviously, fashion is fashion, and it's always marked by the time period. So you can fall in love with an item and that be a go-to item, and then it for that time, and it could fall out of fashion.
But they're getting crucified for it, though.
But then it could come back in fashion, because I heard baggy pants is coming back in fashion.
Right, I heard that, but I don't follow trends. I set them.
Well, but that's why I haven't gone to skinny jeans.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying.
I wasn't trying to follow that.
Yeah, just stay in your lane and stuff, whatever, right? Like, all right. I remember with Cam Newton the other day when he did the whole thing. Remember what you guys said? He
Burger King?
It was a burqa? Was it a burqa when he wrapped up his head?
I call it Burger King.
Yeah, he's wearing a burqa and stuff.
Him and ASAP, man. They did the Burqa brothers.
Yeah,
the
like
Bros.
Whitney from like from the Bodyguard, whatever, right? And I was looking at him like, damn. I'm like, they went at Cam and stuff. But then when you look at Cam and stuff another time, like he actually wore like what's the shit that we were all questioning? The rompers.
The rompers, yes.
He had a romper and stuff.
Yes.
He had a full out romper, like a tropical romper and stuff on, whatever.
Yes.
And I'm like, at that time, I guess that was the fashion thing to do. So that's something he's always trying to keep up with the fashion and everything. But in our community, they're cutting him down, whatever. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I can't speak for nobody but my damn self.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, he's out here just knocking him down.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
So I guess like it's just the homophobia and stuff, whatever, is like high in our world, whatever, right? In our community. And it's so crazy and stuff, whatever, because we won't bat an eye for someone like Billy Porter to rock a dress.
Right.
Or half dress, half tuxedo thing.
Yeah.
To an award show, and no one bat an eye because they know he's gay. But then when the person they don't know what the person is, it's a problem. So I'm like, what are we more fixated on labels? Like, you need to tell us what you are or not? Because there's no one's business but yours.
No.
So that's the reason I was like, yo, why we crucifying for, I don't know.
I just think as straight men, or people who assume people are straight men, they expect you to be in a particular or dress a particular way. And when they don't see that, it's automatically puts question marks in their head. Remember that Boondocks episode
with Mos Def with the skirt thing, tuck your gap, whatever. Yeah. When Riley was all looking super questionable, with Gangstalicious,
right? Yeah.
Gangstalicious, I know no bitches, they do my dishes. Yeah.
And we know the type of character Riley is.
Yeah.
But the just seeing him in that clothing, the way he walking with his satchel.
He's like, Riley, you got a purse? Nah. This is somewhere where you gotta keep your weed, you keep your things and stuff, whatever, a little stash spot. And that's what I'm saying. Like the dudes rocking the fanny packs and everything and stuff like that, whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I never moved. I got pants with pockets.
And I don't know if it's necessarily. You know what I mean? You're right. I don't know if it's necessarily a homophobic thing, more than, I guess it can be, but more than it just be sign of the times. Because I say that because younger people will look at it and not question it, because it's their fashion. It's today's fashion.
Right.
Right. So they're used to seeing that. Whereas, our generation or older, that was never considered fashion.
Right. And I agree with you. That's always going to happen because I'm pretty sure, like, look at the parents stuff who raised the disco kids.
Right.
Right? Or even before that, the parents who try to raise those kids were working like those jobs and stuff before, like the hippie times.
Yeah.
In those hippie times and stuff, whatever, their parents probably just trying to look like a clean-cut way to get jobs. And then you have black kids growing these afros out, not being a typical norm and everything. Or I guess the white kids like growing their hair super long, like, and stuff, whatever, the headband, yeah, man, and all that type of vibe is like their parents was looking at them a type of matter as well. And then when that generation changed, a new type of fashion came in and stuff, whatever. Same thing with the 80s and the crimping hair and all that type of stuff. The 90s, we rocking cross colors,
right,
baggy clothes and everything like that. Like, it's going to come with the times. But as I'm saying, like, I feel like that we shouldn't be treading and stuff too much in a homophobic type of world. And we don't have to prove anything to anybody on who we are. That's just my thing. That's just how I feel.
All right then.
All right.
Shout out to Billy Porter.
Salute to Billy Porter, man. All right. Why are we still on this homophobic thing? Like, all right. Did you hear about the tank? Let's talk about this tank thing. Tank, and let's talk about context once again. Context means a lot in today's time.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of stuff is taken out of context.
So, like, when it came to tank and stuff, whatever, we're talking about the whole thing pertaining to... let me give you the whole story on a tank thing. I got hit up in like DMs, text messages, and everything, multiple DMs stuff and anything and stuff like, oh, you guys gonna talk about this tank thing and stuff, whatever. So I'm like, what tank thing? When I got a hit up from they said tank says sucking the dick twice doesn't make you gay.
No, he didn't go for just once. He went twice.
Twice.
He went twice.
So I was I'm like, wait, what? I was like, what? That sounds super good. So I'm like, let me just see where is he coming from and stuff with this. The same thing with the Malik Yoba thing. When the Malik Yoba thing and stuff, whatever, you couldn't just feed me that little story that he likes transsexual people, right? Transgender women, right? I got to look into this thing and stuff, whatever. So I looked into it and stuff, whatever. And I think the people with the homophobia and stuff, whatever, it was so wild. Same thing and stuff, whatever that they said. He was on Angelique's lip service. And they got into a conversation about liars. And they were saying, like, why are men these type of liars that they are?
Right.
When the relationship don't work or it's not working out and stuff, whatever.
Okay.
So then he said, nah, if he lied to you about, like, a girl, whatever, like 2 different women and stuff, whatever, he only lied to you twice. So they're like, he's a cheater. He's a liar. So you're like, if he does it twice, he's not really a liar. If he does it 3 times, he's an official liar. Like 3 strikes you're out. I thought that was the rule.
Right.
And that's what the context was saying and stuff. Okay. So then Angela Yee is the one that jumped up and said, oh, just about like sucking dick. So when she said that statement and stuff, whatever, the whole room chuckled and he said, well, I guess if he did it twice,
right,
then he's not really gay. But if he does it the 3rd time, he's officially gay. The internet took that one piece,
right,
and made it seem like Tank was super gay. He even went to YouTube and stuff and took it to YouTube.
He started rapping?
No, he started singing. He didn't even start singing. He just started singing.
Oh, no, sorry. Yo was a rapper. Yo was a...
Yeah. So he starts singing about some real stuff. And he's like, look, man, you guys took everything completely out of context. Y'all need to go watch the whole interview of Lip Service to fully get the concept and stuff. And he said, I said what I said. Done. I think the video is less than 2 minutes long. And I was like, facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we take things and stuff that are completely out of context and stuff, whatever.
But in that case, is it us or is it the person who prepared the clip knowing that we would take it out of context? Because there's a difference there.
True, but even if it's the person and stuff taking the clip, whatever, and they give it to you. If I give you a spoonful of shit to eat, like I scoop up like from dog shit, and give you a spoonful to eat and stuff, whatever, do you not know and stuff that this is not for you?
You could.
Aren't you gonna question why am I giving you this and you look like it's not to your liking or to your understanding?
You could, but what if you're not what if you're not realizing that it's dog shit that you're giving me?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So you're automatically taking in the dog shit for what it's worth, and that's why the thing is spread like wildfire.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying, if you just had to say to yourself like, all right, let me see where the hell they're trying to go with this, then you automatically know to shut it down, whatever, right? Your internet dude who allegedly hacked the school.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This dude hacked the school. I'm like, oh shit, this dude's a hero. When I first heard of it,
Yeah, I was screaming.
Yeah, when
too.
you hit me off, I'm like, what? This dude hacked what did he do?
Hacked some school in Jackson, Florida, and gave back all the students who registered, I think, from 2010, all their tuition money back.
That's sweet.
That's
sweet. That's a dream come true.
Yeah, that is.
But it's fake news. And that's what I'm saying.
Extremely fake people.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, once somebody puts it up on the internet, whatever, somebody who's not thinking, because like I said, we're lacking the critical thinking, they take it as gospel.
Yeah.
They take it as gospel. They don't want to check nothing. They don't want to fact check nothing. Whatever, right? So I mean, it's the same thing. Like, look at us. Look at us with the whole Biggs Burke thing and stuff, whatever, and like our Associated Sons. Right? Our thing and stuff is that we said and stuff, whatever. No one decided to do fact checks.
Yeah.
But then people just want to claim the fame for things. Right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, since no one is taking the time and stuff to do that type of stuff, whatever, you can't expect people to do it for you. Sometimes you have to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
If it's worth your while. But if it's worth your while to take this in for like it's a new Bible scripture and stuff, whatever, that Tank said, sucking the dick twice don't make it gay, then do some fact check. Where did this come from? How did it stem from him saying this?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So now that we fact checked it and we found out there's a bigger context to it.
Right.
At what point does sucking dick make you gay?
The first time.
That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know.
The first time.
Because if you think about it, if you thought about attempting to do it, you may have not liked it after, but nigga, that thought was in your head. You gay, man. You gay.
Time. I think here's my thing. My thing is, if I look at it, stuff is that if I'm scratching my head and even that thought was to come to my head, I'd be like, no, I'm gay. I think, play this. If I fall in the washroom and somebody's at the urinal and stuff, I might even feel questionable. I don't tie my shoelace, no space, shape, or form in the washroom. I don't want my head and a penis at the same damn level, period. Okay?
Listen, if you had thought about it and never went through with it, then I can say, okay. It's been a thought in your head. You may not be gay.
Right.
But if you thought about it and felt to yourself that, hey, I should act upon this thought that I have.
Then it's a problem.
Then you might be gay. You might be gay.
But then like what we said, was it the last show?
Yeah.
We were saying and stuff, whatever. Are you your thoughts or are your thoughts you?
But here's the thing. How they try to justify that. Because he's saying now, if you don't like it, it means that you're not gay.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, there's hundreds of women out there that don't like sucking dick. That don't mean that they don't like men.
That's true.
So how could you make that correlation?
Yeah, that's just one aspect they don't like.
That's just one aspect that they don't like. Dude might try to cuddle you after, and you might, oh, this is nice.
He's still gay.
He's still gay. Not knocking if it is what it is. If that's who you are, that's who you are. But I'm just saying,
I like a soft, smooth skin type of woman.
I'm just saying, we keeping it in the context. We putting it in the context of what it is.
Right. I don't know. Like I like my women kind of soft skin and soft and.
Listen,
I don't like those
my women,
type of women.
Period.
I like my women. Period. But I mean, like, you know, some dudes like that kind of the bodybuilding
And like
type,
I said, listen,
muscle bound type woman.
And if that's you, that's you, man. If that's you like him, man, that's you. But don't try to now hide it and try to be all. And I think this is where people can accept the Billy Porter, because he ain't hiding nothing. He ain't leaving nothing to no question. He lets you know straight
real
up.
Recognize real.
Real recognize
and
real.
you know it's real when, like, you know?
Yeah.
So like if you're fully out to like who you are and all that type of stuff, people understand and they gravitate with you.
Dude,
they don't understand the fake.
Yeah, ain't nobody got no problems with who you are, who you want to be. That's you. That's you.
Yeah. So let me ask you, are alpha males and alpha females, are they compatible? Because if you like a woman and stuff, whatever, who are, like, say if you're a muscle bound dude, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So you're not your average muscle bound builder, you know, and you get with some misses, not your average muscle bound chick, muscleette. You get with her and stuff and everything like that. Whatever. You have your alpha male kind of way of thinking. She has an alpha female kind of way of thinking. Could it work between you? You think it's compatible?
I think it's compatible.
Really?
If both of you know that you're
alphas.
If both of you can accept that you're alphas, and you're and you know that you're in a relationship, so you give each other space to show their dominance.
I agree, because some spots might be your weaknesses and some spots might be her strengths.
Exactly,
and then vice versa.
And vice versa. And as long as if both of you can recognize that, and then you guys can both recognize and acknowledge that, then you can work around it. But if you don't recognize it and you don't acknowledge it, and both of you are alphas, then you're gonna just constantly just be butting heads all the time.
I think that's what it is and stuff. I think I don't want to say I'm speaking from experience, but I feel like a lot of times when I meet certain type of people, certain women who are like alpha dominated, I'm more flexible because I know some aspects and stuff that I'm not too 100 on, whatever, right? Like I want to say I'm emotional type, right? So empathy and stuff is high. I'm a rational dude, and I like to like use rationale and logic and stuff to dictate a lot of things that I do. Right? Now, if there's other things and stuff, whatever, that I know I might not be strong in and stuff, whatever, I like to hear from that side, like from a woman that I'm with. Yes. What they can bring to like, kind of like my table. It might sound selfish, but that's how I look at it and stuff, whatever. Why I'm going to allow you in my world and stuff, whatever. What do you have to bring to the table besides vagina? Like, you know, like I need more than just vagina and stuff for it to keep you. You sure? I do. I'm just checking. I mean, you can bring it. Like, not saying you can stay for a long time. Yeah. For a good time, yes, but not a long time. But when it comes down to it and stuff, whatever, I feel like I'm an alpha male, and if I run into an alpha female and stuff, whatever, I just can bob and weave and where we intersect in each other's worlds. A lot of times, the alpha female. I'm not speaking for all alpha females and stuff, whatever, but a lot of times stuff, whatever, is kind of like my way or the highway. And if you don't like it, there's the door. There's the highway? Yeah, because like I seen an interview this week and stuff, whatever, with Charlamagne the God and Gucci Mane. Right? Yeah. And I was watching an interview and stuff, whatever, and Gucci kept saying the stuff, whatever, was like, yo, he did his wife wrong. Yeah. But that's his world because she came through for him in a Cobra clutch that no one else thought. Like, you know, he was with lawyer fees and everything before he went into prison. Yeah. He spent like so much money, so he was like he wasn't broke, but he's damn near depleted his funds. Yeah. Compared to like coming out of prison and now having like millions of dollars fresh out of prison because of his wife, because of his girlfriend at the time and everything and stuff like that, whatever. He had to start doing some soul searching and stuff. Like, no, I gotta marry this girl, and I gotta be with this girl. Down. So there was a meme floating around and stuff, whatever, with him and her, and it was like, yo, a lot of you guys. He said he didn't make it, but he said he just, you know, gave props to whoever he's seen that had that meme and stuff first. Yeah, it's like you women and stuff, whatever. As soon as the relationship don't go your way, you're out.
Right.
But that's not how the world works. He's like, yo, she's been my rider when I cheated, when I did her dirty, I did wrong, the relationship wasn't 100, and all the above.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? But him as an alpha male will say he was probably doing the bad then, realizing stuff, whatever, like, you know, she has these other capabilities. That's why he didn't fully tell her to kick rocks.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like it can work, but I feel like it takes a solid individual just to know who they are first.
Yes. And on both ends.
Both ends.
On both ends.
Both ends, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I know some dudes and stuff that they're not alpha men, but they're women and stuff that are kind of will hold it down. And I don't think they're less of a man.
No.
But some people will say, well, look at him as less of a man. But I'm looking at it like, no, he knows his weaknesses and he knows that she is his strength.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, well, no, 100%.
That's I'm like, I agree to that with her. So I'm always happy and stuff when if I find out those type of people and stuff get married and do something, I'm like, yo, I'm with it. Like, quick. I know we like to talk about marriage.
Sure, why not? We're looking at the marriage photo right here.
Oh, marriages, look at that. Mm-hmm. See, that's my empathy side.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you have things that you would do sexually after you got married?
Nah.
Oh yeah, you just let it run rapid because there's rules to this shit now. Apparently, there's rules.
Yeah.
There's rules, and I always partake in the realm and stuff of like, yo, a conversation has to be had before the whole sex, you know, coitus, soul bonding experience. I feel like a conversation just has to be had and stuff, whatever, prior. You know, like, what do you like? Or you know, do's or don'ts.
Yeah.
Those type of things and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And after that,
you don't feel like just go with the flow. You're not to just go with the flow.
I like to go with the flow and stuff, but like, I mean, come on, like, all right, let's be real. Some dudes out here doing some wild stuff and stuff, whatever, right? I'm not that kind of wild dude. I can get wild.
Yeah.
But I'm not just gonna be off rip and stuff. My first time and stuff, whatever, with a girl, just, you know, stick a finger in her butt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
This would be like some kind of pre-game convo, like, you know, do you ever did butt stuff before? And then, like, you know, she said, well, I had a finger in my butt. Like, all right.
Yeah.
And how'd you feel about that? And she said, you know, it was a little different, you know.
So you gonna bring it? If she say yeah, a little different, you gonna bring the finger out first round?
I mean, because it was already discussed. So I'm like, you didn't have a problem with it.
You're not gonna save your finger move till like maybe the third or fourth day.
Oh man, carpe diem, man. I'm aiming to please. Women talk, man. I don't be like, oh, I got with this dude the first time. This guy Marv is whack. I thought he was gonna put a finger in my butt after we had a convo. No, we had the convo. I'm gonna go to the bowling alley, you know, yabba dabba do. But I mean, like, all right.
Listen, I don't think you should go to the bowling alley until you check the lanes.
Oh, that was profound. That was profound. Facts. You're gonna have some gutter stuck on your finger. Yo, like, all right. I know this chick and stuff, whatever, right? I'm having this conversation stuff with this girl and stuff, whatever, because, you know, I'm dating. And this girl said she's not sucking dick until she gets married. Okay? That's okay with you?
That's okay with her.
I was like, what?
That's okay.
I was like, why? She's like, she wants to have something sacred to give to her husband. So I'm like, no, I believe that'd be anal or threesome. It's like, yo,
supposed to be more along the lines of sacred.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, those things are more sacred for your husband. Like, those are uncharted territories that you never allowed another man to take you and stuff for that. But I'm like, look here, man. I'm like, that head game better be spectacular. We talking about it goes in your mouth for like maybe 30 seconds and then orgasm comes straight after the 34th second mark. Because other than that, what is you telling me right now?
Listen, man, if she wait until she gets married, he's gonna have the wackest head ever.
I don't know, man.
He's gonna have whack head. He gonna get whack head for his wedding night.
Of course. Because he's going to be like, but then you're going to suck him to get married and stuff. That's a trick. Bamboozle, flim-flam, scam. I'm gonna get married just to see, you know, what that mouth finally do. Negative. So okay. Do you have rules on what not to do with a woman for the first time? First time in general, because I feel like most of the time, in my opinion, I feel like women hold back more than men hold back come the first time.
Yeah.
Right? And I want to say, like, do you say, like, all right, you're not going to do this or you're not going to do that the first time when you're with a woman? Like, you say, like, you know, you're going to ride it out with the whole missionary thing till it's done, or you're not going to pull hair, or I don't know how wild you might get.
I'm going to keep it basic, but still pleasing. I ain't going to go all out, throw my back out, you know, none of that first, you know, I mean, Hercules, the first round shit. Nah, none of that. You're just getting a glimpse of what it can be.
For the first time.
For the first time.
So what do you do? So you like, what do I understand? Like, what, how is that different from your other routines? Like what? You're just getting what? A little missionary back shot, then it's over?
No, you know, you're not doing anything more extra than to give her the pleasure, the orgasm.
But what if you
go into you know what I mean, you're doing one of your simple strokes is that, you know, she go orgasm, she's satisfied.
But what if she pissed off and then she don't want to give you a second chance or a second shot at the bat because you only just did those 2 mediocre tricks?
No, listen. Let me tell you a secret about women.
Go ahead.
I have a few years. On you.
You have a decade on me.
A few years on you.
Right. Go ahead.
Women, they just want to orgasm. Doesn't happen often for them.
Right.
Doesn't.
Right.
As long as you can make them orgasm, you're going to get another chance.
And you're that confident in your skills.
You can be boring.
And make them orgasm?
You make them orgasm, you're going to get another chance. Because you know what they're thinking about? At the end of the day?
The next one.
He made me orgasm. If I ever want to orgasm again, guess what? There's a good chance he might be able to do it. So now, when she give you the second time, because she want that orgasm, now you say, all right, got you, bitch. Then you get into your bag.
So you went. You
start, you start throwing the leg up, and
little tricks, the extra tricks.
Oh, damn! He made me orgasm, and he got tricks too.
Yo, fam, you are talking like you can make a woman do some things with just 2 tricks. What do you know?
That's
what do you know?
I got a decade over you, son. I got a decade over you, son.
Yo.
See why you're over there throwing your back out.
Yo.
I'm getting back up, making an egg sandwich. She ain't even got to make the sandwich for me. I made my own damn egg sandwich after me.
But long as it happens. Long as the O happens.
As long as the O happens, you're going to get another round. Believe me.
Okay.
Now, if you don't make the O happen,
what are you going to say? I'm sorry? Can I make you an egg sandwich?
No, then you're going to beg for that second round, then you're going to go straight to the tricks. You don't want to waste no time.
Got about to say, like, what if she be like?
You don't want to waste no time no more.
Waste my time. Like, I seen some chick, she was on, I think I seen on either World Star or probably somewhere on Instagram or something like whatever. The chick and the dude had sex and she was vexed. She's like, yo. The guy's like, man, I didn't really do my full potential and stuff for that shit. Oh, please. She's like, you barely got me wet. And she was shaming him and stuff right there on social media. I was like...
Yeah, but see, women don't talk reckless like that when they get the O.
But that's what I'm saying. You make it seem like it's that easy to get the O. What do you know? You need to have a full podcast and teach people your thing. Or conduct a seminar.
I can conduct a seminar. I can.
Like Brian McKnight. I'm going to show you how that pussy works. You remember that?
But sometimes you have to, separate the weak from the strong, Marv. Can't have everybody out here being strong,
You
Marv.
can't throw pearls to the swine?
No, you can't. You can't, Marv. There's got to be some separation between the haves and the have-nots.
Yo, do you judge? Well, my next question to you: do you judge women by the type of underwear that they wear?
Nah.
So a thong is the same thing as granny bloomers in your world?
Well, because you got different underwears for different occasions.
Facts.
You understand? So, not because, she got the granny bloomers on today don't mean she don't own a pair of thongs.
But what if she just owns straight granny bloomers and no thongs?
Well, it depends on how she looking, the granny bloomers. You can catch me with some boy shorts if they sexy.
True.
Yeah, they don't always got to be about the thongs.
No, I mean, thongs and G-strings and stuff, whatever, those things are sexy to me.
Yeah.
I find them sexy. And if a woman and stuff is to wear, like, I guess, like the V-cut Brazilian type of style or stuff, whatever, I'm okay with it, too. Granny panties, I don't find acceptable in my realm. You got to have a medical purpose why you're rocking a granny panty.
But how often are you seeing granny panties?
Grannies
ain't even wearing granny panties no more.
No, I was married once and stuff, whatever, and I knew for a fact that eventually when you being married, those things surface. I remember I went with you.
Right.
Many, many moons ago, we went out for drinks.
Yeah.
Me, you, Swift, and someone else. I think it was Dre.
Okay.
And I went to go buy a round of beer. And there was a dude there at the bar when I went to go get the drinks and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
My man said it straight goods. He was drunk as a skunk right there at the bar. I'm like, what's good with you, my man? I'm looking at him and he looked at me. He's like, kid, don't get married. I'm like, why? He said, my wife went from thongs to what he said? To my wife went from thongs to dragon draws, and I went from sober to drunk. So I was like, yikes. And I was like, eventually it might come down to that and stuff and the long haul of a marriage.
All right. But here's the thing. Because, I mean, let's not discredit the comfort that one must feel when they want to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure...
Not all women feel that thongs are comfortable.
Right. And I'm pretty sure some women feel like granny panties are hella comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that being said, you got a set of boxes. Okay. There's probably one, that's really comfortable. Maybe got a little hole in the side. You know what I mean? A little pulled out stitching, but they comfortable.
Hole in the side? No, I don't got no boxes like that.
The
only hole is my dick hole.
Only hole in your dick hole?
Is the dick hole. That's
right.
it.
Do you own a pair of comfortable boxes
Go ahead.
That comfortable enough that you'll be able to put on and lounge and feel good in, but not sexy enough for you to go wear for a booty call?
I have one.
Do you have one?
I have
you
one.
have one.
I have one.
You have one. All right.
Because
that my dear friend would be your version of a granny pant.
No, it's not. It's not the same damn cut. It's regular boxes.
I'm not saying it's the same cut. I'm saying it's the comfortable factor. They don't put on granny panties because they put on granny panties because they're comfortable.
I guess. I understand. I see you're trying to go with that, but I still feel like it's still not in the same damn realm.
No, not working.
Because I look at it stuff as I'm like, and
but why wouldn't you wear those? Why wouldn't you wear those? Why couldn't they be your get lucky boxes? Why couldn't you wear those particular boxes when you're gonna go cut?
You know why? Because the funny thing too and stuff, whatever. Those particular boxes that I own and stuff, whatever. Yes, they are. Like, all my boxes is comfortable. If I can't feel comfortable with my boxes and stuff, I'm not wearing them and stuff like that. But I feel like these ones, they're kind of something I can't let go. And like the string is kind of drawn out on the side. So I'm kind of not, it's kind of, so hard to say goodbye. They're the ones that have like, what's that thing called? They're Christmas ones, right?
Christmas, yeah.
Christmas boxes.
Yeah. But
because I like how they look.
Yeah.
I don't wait till Christmas to wear them things. And they glow in the dark.
Shit, I had a pair of some silk Christmas boxes. I'd have wore that shit all through summer.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. So that's the funny thing. That was my joke too. I think one day when I was with somebody and stuff, whatever, I had them and stuff, whatever. And like, are those Christmas boxes and stuff? And I'm like, Christmas came early. Pun on words, like a play on words. So I'm like, yo, I'm with whatever. But I'm like, hey, I don't judge. Listen, everybody, I'm a Podical son. I don't judge. Smooth judges me.
It's my job, man. That's my job.
I don't judge. I don't even call it judge. I call it vetting people. Like, I vet people and stuff like, like if it comes to what kind of music they like.
Right.
That's vetting. Like, I'm not judging them and stuff with them. Like, if you tell me I'm like, I listen to hip hop, R&B, and you're like, Garth Brooks is your king, I'm not judging you. I'm just looking like, I just can't rock with you like that.
No, you can't rock with me, my Garth Brooks.
I mean, because I'm like, we're going to want to go to two separate type of parties. You want to go to a hoedown. I want to go where the hoes at. Like,
No, them hoes be at the Garth Brooks party.
I don't know. Like,
you just don't know.
Apparently, I just don't know.
You just don't know.
Whatever, right? And I use that to vet people, music, and people's funny. I like to laugh. I got a laughing disorder, pseudo-bulbar, I'm seeing a doctor for it, whatever. But like certain people, like you and I, we share the same humor.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
But some people and stuff, like, you ever see somebody that just comes up to you and shows you their phone, they're like, yo, look at this video. And then you look at stuff and you're like, it doesn't make you laugh. It's just cringeworthy.
Yeah.
And then you got to fake a laugh like,
Yeah. That's
what I'm saying. Like, those things, I'm like, okay, so that's what you find funny? I'm just vetting that, whatever. So then, therefore, like, in future reference, whatever. I know how I'm going to deal with you, whatever. Like, like if somebody walked up to me at work, an Indian dude.
Yeah.
He walked up to me and stuff. He's like, Russell Peters is so funny. He's a comedy god. I was like, that's what you find funny?
Yeah.
Never heard of Chappelle before?
Oh, my wife can't stand Russell Peters.
And that's what I'm saying. So now if somebody wants to come over and start recommend, I got this new Russell Peters DVD or stand-up and everything and stuff like that, whatever, you're looking like, the fuck out of here. Easy?
Yeah. Mind you, I think he's funny. But yeah, my wife can't stand him.
I don't know. Like, I don't judge. So, okay. Real thing of the week now. Why do we let one thing we don't have affect the things that we do have? Like, people always focus on the things and stuff what they don't got, but they never appreciate the things what they do got. Like health, marriage, like love, those smaller things stuff with it. But somebody will be quick to say like, yo, I want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Or I want to be something greater than what I am and stuff, whatever, right? Like, I remember I seen a question and stuff, whatever, from somewhere. Like, I always pull up my questions and stuff when I find questions that seem thought-provoking. Somebody said, would you rather have kids at 18 or not have kids at all? Right? And then you have people who had kids early and they tend to regret certain type of things that they never had access to or get to do when they were younger. But then you have somebody and stuff who can't even have kids at all.
Yeah.
Right? Would appreciate the fact that to be called mother or father.
Or father, yeah. Yeah.
Right? Why do you think people let that one thing and stuff, whatever, kind of affect everything else? Your opinion.
I would think it's a part of the way you see yourself developing or your development. There might be goals that you set for yourself that you're trying to achieve. Mm-hmm. And the idea of not hitting that mark or not getting to that point right away is something that probably doesn't sit that well with you or won't sit that well with you until you achieve your goals. If it's something that you've already done or you already accomplished and you have it, you can look at it, you can see it's tangible, then you're not so concerned with it, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of times it can lead to the point where you even forgot that you have it.
Right.
Because you're so not concerned with it. It's you have your health. As long as it's in good health, you're no longer thinking about it no more, right? You're on to the next thought, right? As soon as that health becomes bad, you're like, oh my gosh, I was so healthy before. Now all of a sudden you remember about the good health that you have. Now it's a concern because now you're trying to get back that good health. You no longer
it's kind of like
have
people take it for granted.
you've taken it for granted.
The things you have,
The things you have,
you just take it for granted.
you totally take it for granted because you feel that it's always gonna be there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how many people? Okay, let's say like in percentage of the people in the world, how many people do you think feel like that? They just take things that they have for granted.
I think everybody feels like that.
Everybody
at some point.
Damn.
To a certain extent, right?
So I'm a weirdo, or you know.
I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Your car, right?
Right.
It's not the best of cars.
Right.
Right?
Facts.
You know, at some point, you got to replace it, right? But you're not pressed to replace it,
Right.
right? So you don't think about it, right? But as soon as it breaks down, it stops doing what it's doing for you now, all of a sudden it's going to be the first thing that's on your mind
To replace it.
is to replace it,
Right.
right? Right now, you don't think about it because it's taking you from A to B, no matter how it's doing it, broken or not.
Right. But I'm still grateful for that, because even if you, like I said, like if you come to a point where like the car and stuff is like, you know, we're talking about like it's making a little gunshot sound like pow pow from your driving and everything.
Yeah.
Aren't you counting your blessings that you still make it from point A to point B? And when you make it, you're like, whew, yes. Thank you.
But how many times do you do that? Whew, yes.
Okay, what if you just do that like one solid time for the day? You're like, all right, the car made it through another day.
Yes.
Amen.
Then okay, then I can say, yeah, you're grateful and you haven't taken it for granted. But do you do that every day? Because you get up tomorrow, the first thing you're automatically assuming your car is gonna work tomorrow when you get up. You're not thinking it's not gonna work when you get up, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't go to sleep tonight and say, "Dear God, this car has been good to me today. I hope it's gonna be good to me tomorrow." You're not saying that. You're waking up tomorrow thinking is automatically just gonna be good to you.
Facts.
Because that's a problem that it does not exist to you at this particular moment. It's not something that you have to conquer. It's not something that you have to get done. It's not something that it's on your mind. Granted, tomorrow when you wake up, you got to go to work. So that's something that has yet to be accomplished. So that's something you got to think about.
Right.
So that's something that's in the forefront of your mind, right? That you can't take it for granted because it has to happen. It has to be done. Until it gets done, then you can say to yourself, well, I worked yesterday. Thank God for yesterday's working.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I get it. I don't know, but I still like.
And I see for a certain extent. Don't get me wrong. You have a lot. We have a lot of things to be grateful for, right?
Right.
And we may be grateful for some of the things, but we're not grateful for all the things that we should be grateful for. Some of the things just slip our mind. Some of the things we don't even think. We just don't even think about. It's like we were talking about last week. Everything is so muscle memory and automatic that we just forget. We just put stuff into our subconscious and never think about it.
But then when you get to a point, I feel like when you get to a point where it does come back to the forefront and stuff, whatever, even if that time you show gratitude and stuff for them, then that's still good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's still good.
And that's my main thing and stuff for them is that like, yeah, you can focus on all the things that you don't have.
Right.
But then if you look at like at that time, so what do you do have? That's the time you pay homage or you're grateful for.
It should be 100%, but I think you're so caught up in the fact of the things that you don't have, and you're pushing so hard to try and achieve the stuff that you don't have, that you're not even thinking about the stuff that you do.
Fuck. Well, damn. Us as people, I guess me included, more so y'all got to do better than this and stuff.
We all got to do better. I try to do my best. I mean, every morning when I wake up, I thank God for seeing that particular day. And I pray for the blessings to carry me out throughout the day. You know what I mean? For me to know the difference between right and wrong and make the right decisions. In all, preparing me for the day ahead and doing stuff that will ensure a better tomorrow for myself.
Right.
Right? I try to wake up and I try to do that every morning. And in doing so, I'm trying to be grateful for everything that I've achieved thus far and everything that I might achieve throughout the day, because
tomorrow's not promised, man.
Because after I get up out of my bed and out of that moment of reflection to myself, I may not have another hour in the day to reflect upon all those things, because it's just a constant go after that.
Race.
Yeah, it's just a constant go after that.
I just look at it like, yo, you might not have that chance and stuff, whatever. So be grateful. I have a cousin and stuff, whatever. R.I.P. to him and stuff, whatever. He got up one day for summer school. When he got up for summer school and stuff, whatever, I think like, he had classes in the afternoon or some shit like that, whatever.
Right.
No, then like around noontime. So he left his house a little bit later. And when he was leaving out, he just collapsed on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And he collapsed on the sidewalk and stuff and everything. Like when the neighbors seen him and stuff, like, you know, they asked him like, was he good and everything, like whatever.
Right.
And he's like, his body just felt like it was fighting against him.
Yeah.
So he took him to the merge and stuff. Whatever. When he took him to the merge, they found that he had MS.
Mm.
And he just had multiple sclerosis and stuff that just kind of kicked in there. It didn't kick in first thing in the morning.
Right.
It kicked in like, I think like he said, like, it's like the last time he looked at his watch, whatever, when he was on the ground outside, was it like 10:30 a.m.?
Yeah.
Whatever, right? So it didn't happen first thing in the morning, like when he woke up, but it hit him, and it's like, yo, he said, like, yo, he's like, he took those days for granted.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like a wake-up call to me that I should live every day and stuff, whatever, and kind of take it for granted, because here I have a cousin who was my age. He passed. We were the same age and stuff, whatever, when he passed and stuff, whatever. He passed when I was 27.
Right.
Whatever, right? And I was looking at him like, I was like, damn, like, here I am just doing everything like regular and all the above, whatever, right? And like his girlfriend at the time and everything, she was there until like he started getting sick, and then he just told her like, you know, when it started affecting the speech, he's like, yo, it doesn't make sense for you to, you know, to waste your time and stuff, whatever, chasing me and everything like that, whatever, right? And it broke her. It broke a lot of us. Yeah. You know, seeing that everything, and I was like, nah, I'm like, yo, gratitude for attitude, man. I stand by that. Like, you know, you know, tomorrow's not promised.
No, it's not.
And if you don't have the time and stuff to appreciate the things, like, yes, you always want to have goals and aspirations to make it to marks and heights and stuff, whatever, where you weren't before. Yeah. But you still got to appreciate the things on your climb going up. Mic drop.
It comes to what we always say is you got to be able to prioritize as well, right? Like when saying that you're chasing after your dreams and you're working towards your goals, part of that should be a moment of reflection. You know what I mean? If that's what you're doing every day, like, and that's what I said, like first thing in the morning, I try to do that and get that out of the way. That moment of reflection of, you know, where you are right now, what you were able to accomplish thus far, and be thankful for that, because just like you said, a lot of people don't get that chance, don't get that opportunity. You know, one of the things that drives me in doing what I'm doing in entertainment is in grade 8. I had this friend named Rockapeg.
What?
God bless his
Peg.
Rockapeg. God bless his soul.
Okay.
His name is Radcliffe.
Okay.
But his nickname was Rockapeg.
I can remember.
Like, you remember like Chia Pet?
Yeah.
Like his nickname was Rockapeg.
Okay.
And one of the coolest dudes that I ever met, but he was just gangster to the core. You know what I mean? And by the time when we were in junior high, so that's about what? 14, 15, grade 8? Around 14, 15. My aspirations was to be a rapper, right? And he was one of the first to ever be like, yo, you can do this, man. You can do this, that, and the third. And he would be like real artistic and be like, yo, I can design your clothes and this, that, and the stuff. And he would draw the clothes and stuff like that that I would wear as me being a rapper, right? Fast forward about 3 years later, he got caught up in some ish and then got murdered. right? So at the age of 19, he never got a chance to be a proper adult. Never got a chance to be a father.
Yikes.
Never got a chance to see what his life could have possibly blossomed out to, right? So I look at that stuff, and then I look at the things, and I say to myself, man, if Rock was still here to see, how far I've come with my journey, how far I've come with my dreams, and kind of see that, that would be, he would be proud of what he sees. True. So I keep that with me, and that's one of the things that motivates me and helps me not to take anything for granted, because we're talking, this is like what, I'm 45, this is almost 20 odd years now,
ago,
right? So just looking at that, and just saying to yourself, who would this person be right now? He's never gotten that chance to be who he truly wanted to be. I'm pretty sure that morning when he got up that morning, he wasn't thinking that, this was gonna be my last day on earth. I gotta cherish this day.
Facts.
For whatever it is.
You don't know.
And not take it for granted. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And my suggestion is for people to just appreciate what you have, because a lot of times you're not going to be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish in the future without having what you have right now as some sort of foundation or base.
That's true.
So you gotta realize that also.
That's true.
You understand? And be thankful for the stuff that you have now, because it's gearing you up for a brighter tomorrow or a brighter future.
That's true. Because it leads to even saying, like, don't burn your bridges.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to where you need to be on the other side of stuff, and you burn your bridge and stuff in the way, it will screw you, because you might have to come back.
You might have to come back.
That's what's up.
You might have to come back. I mean, if we look at it, as simple as we take it. I mean, we're not recording. We're not recording in a room where is going to be set up and dedicated for this type of thing and this type of thing only. What if we didn't have Marquise's room to do any of the Podical Sons recordings?
True.
We probably might not have. We may have found another solution. We may have not.
Right.
But we were able to have a spot where we can sit down and say, we can make it work here.
Right.
And we made it work. Right?
Right.
Now where has it led us in? It's led us into our own space where we're not worried about anything, because we know it's gonna work. Now we know if it doesn't work here, we know how to make it work anywhere else.
True.
Just based off what we learned with our prior situations.
Right.
And we take that and go forward with it.
True. All right. Who's ready for the question of the week? Are you ready?
I am.
All righty. Would you date a person who was more mentally attractive than physically attractive?
Yes.
Why?
Because I find, especially in this stage in my life, I like to be mentally challenged.
Yo, the wording was just fucked up. I'm childish. I'm childish like that. Go ahead. Yeah. I get you. Go ahead.
You get what I'm saying? Or you over there want to making fun of you. You wanting to make fun of me.
I hear you, bro.
You wanting to make fun of me?
I hear you, bro.
You wanting to make fun of me?
I hear you, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I would like to be challenged mentally.
All right. Hey. That's what I'm talking about. Freaking guy.
And I just like stimulated conversation more than any. I don't know. I think I like that more than anything else. If you could be the most beautifulest person in the world,
but if you got shit to say,
you sit down in front of me and you open up your mouth and it's pure caca doo doo. Nah. Nah, all of a sudden, you don't look the same.
Is that still a pipe though? Like you still hit that, or you're not hitting that at all?
No, well, I don't have to worry about hitting it at night because I'm married.
I'm just saying. But I'm saying, hypothetically speaking,
hypothetically thinking, it'll just be like, okay, at this point now, I know that you're not an intellectual or intellect. Your abilities is not where it should be.
So you're not hitting it. That's what we're saying.
No, I might just trick you and Kanye and get the pussy. And
okay, so you're still a pipe though.
And be out the way. Yeah, but I'm telling you how it's gonna. I'm telling you how it's going.
No,
and after
I
that,
get it. I get it.
After that, it's just not. But I mean,
okay.
if I'm looking to choose between the two, I mean, granted, I don't think I'm going after butt ass ugly either. But I'm not stopping you from approaching me. I may not approach you, but I'm not stopping you from approaching me. And if you approach me and you kicking the right game, you saying the right things, we having a in-depth conversation, then looks disappear.
But I'm saying, if she is hot to trot, we're talking about everything you might want in a woman physically, and she just looks at you and says, I like you, and I want you. We can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. And you're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's do it the hard way. Spell your name.
Right. And then what she can't spell her name properly and stuff, but she's like, you know what? I'm not good at spelling. However, and like say you at like a bar or something like that,
yeah,
and she just throw like the leg up on the bar, like my leg can go higher than this, just to let you know.
just let me know.
You know, like you're like, still a vibe though.
So I think you're going for the beauty over the.
I mean, here's my thing. I look at it like this: the beauty plays a factor.
Yes, it does.
Beauty plays a factor and stuff and everything like that, whatever. But I'm gonna love you enough, and I'll be intellectual for both of us.
This bastard. No, but I mean, but I've always said you can't look at a girl and see smart.
I never heard you say that shit before.
You never heard me say that?
Never.
Well, okay.
The first for everything.
I'm saying it to you now. You can't look at a girl and see smart. You can't. The first thing you're gonna look at and see is beauty.
It's beauty.
Yeah.
This is true. This is very true. I had never seen that too. Okay, we can run with that. All right, man. Let's get into the Ask the Sons.
Somebody asking us questions?
Yes, they still asking us questions, man. The questions still come regardless. You see, we got a question thrown at us and even a Cobra Clutch before we hit record.
Yeah.
All right, Callie Rue says, what in your life do you feel the most grateful for? Boom, it aligns everything we were talking about.
Wow. I want to say parents who guided me.
Nice.
Yeah.
The thing I'm most grateful for is my son. I'm not going to lie to you, for real. It may sound like some sentimental father stuff, whatever, some mushy stuff, whatever. You're a father, but to anybody and stuff listening, like, I've been fucking since I was 16.
Yeah, okay.
And a lot of people's and stuff that I know has been having sex and having kids early and all the above, and I always waited. Even like even after I got married, I didn't have kids right away. I didn't have my son right away.
Right.
Waited. So when it came to a point where I finally decided to have a son or a child, like the day when he came out and I heard his cry was like one of the most life-changing moments and stuff in my life, and I'll always be eternally grateful for him. So I'm grateful for my son. See, you got all mushy on you.
Yeah. Thought you was gonna shed a tear or something.
I was. You know, I had to hold it in. I cry after we turn off every damn thing. RLG40 says, is there something that is too serious to joke about?
If there's something that's too serious to joke about. Terminal illness.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, there's no limit. Yo, I don't give a shit. I mean, yo, life is what you make it, man.
Yeah.
Life is what you make it. So, I mean, like, yo, if somebody was to tell me and stuff that they're terminally ill, they only have like a week or something to live and everything, like whatever, I'd be like, yo, let's live it up. Let's make it the best damn week of your life.
No, you're gonna live it up and make it the best damn week of your life,
right?
But you're not gonna joke about it.
But I'm not gonna like bask in the ambiance of death with that person.
No.
So I'm gonna make it light as possible and stuff with them.
That's not what I mean. I mean, obviously you're not trying to be a Debbie Downer,
right?
But at the same time, when he says, if there's something that's too serious to joke about, I mean, you're not gonna. If you found out, a friend or an acquaintance or someone close to you, or maybe the person doesn't have to be close to you.
Mm-hmm. Find out they have terminal illness.
If they're gonna kick the bucket soon, you don't be like, oh shit, nigga, let me help you kick the bucket with you.
Nah,
you know what I mean? They're not gonna be like, they don't be like that.
And see, this is where I feel like when it comes to like in the realm of I want to say what we do.
Yeah.
We tend to find the light. It's the same thing like what a good comedian to me. Find the light and the humor and stuff in some things, some dark things.
Right.
Whatever, right? And I think it takes a talent for that. That's why this is not everybody's cup of tea and it's not everybody's dance.
Yes.
Not everybody can do what we do.
Yes.
Right? It takes like a selected few and stuff to do what we do and stuff and everything and stuff whatever as well. And I feel like we don't dwell into the negative or the pessimistic side of things because we dwell more on the optimistic and the positive side.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I feel like we'll find the silver lining, right? Turn your silver linings into gold. So I mean, like there's bad in some things and stuff, whatever, but you have to find the good and stuff, whatever, and the glory and that type of stuff, whatever, right? Especially like with the podcasting. I remember when I was listening to Combat Jack's podcast like way back when. Combat Jack been through some shit. He was going through some things, and he was terminally ill himself. And when it came to like the last few episodes and stuff that he could personally record and all the above, he had one of stuff. He's like, yo, I just came back coming from the doctor and stuff and everything like that, whatever. It's not looking too good, but we gonna get to the shits.
Right.
And I was like, yo, I can respect that. Yes, he might go through some hard times and stuff that are like, off air, on air and everything like whatever. But the fact that him himself and even like the peoples around him and stuff whatever before he passed, never spoke that he was in that dark Debbie Downer type of zone.
Yeah.
Yo, hats off to him. I always salute a man like that.
Yeah.
And
but that's a person who acknowledges their illness, and it has not only acknowledged it but it accepted it for what it is. Wasn't gonna make his his final days on the earth be lived like it was going to be torture and hell. No, he was gonna flip it around and make something of it. And I think the people around him accepted that fact and was like, yo, well, this is how you're gonna ride out, then we're gonna ride with you. But they weren't they weren't looking at it in a situation whereas yo, I'm a crack jokes at your expense because of your illness. You know what I mean?
But it's not like a waka joke and stuff like that. And but it's still making a person smile and making a person like still finding humor in the thing. Yeah, still making like a light and humor.
Finding the humor in it, and helping the person laugh about it. Then I can rock with that.
Yeah. That's what I took from the wording and stuff. That's I
can rock with that.
I got no limit like Master P.
I took it as just if
you took it far.
No, well, that's saying if you say if there's any limits to what you can joke or what you shouldn't joke about, then I would have to say then that would be it, because depending on who the person is, they're either gonna take it lightly or they might not take it lightly.
Right.
Right. Now, granted, if the person has if the person has passed and it's been a while has gone by, and it's in lieu and it's in fun and it's not being meant serious or anything like that, and you kicking a joke, then that's a different story. But in that current situation, that current point in time, it's probably a sensitive issue still. So you kind of want to be mindful of that.
Yeah, I would. All right, final question comes from Styles by Jita. Why is it that when you're fat, no one asks you, are you healthy? But when you're skinny, they ask you.
That's a good one, Jita. I like that. And I think it's our perception of things. And I think that's where the term eating well comes from, right? When somebody looks at you and say, "Oh, you put on weight, your money, man," you know what I mean? It's like they're saying that automatically assume that you're eating good, you got money, paid, everything is going your way.
Africa.
Right?
Yeah, like the big women and stuff, whatever. They mean they seem wealthy and they have money.
Yeah. Whereas if you automatically start losing weight or you slimming down, people looking at it as in a negative connotation. Like,
you going broke, bro.
Yeah, like, dude, what happened? Like, you ain't eating? Like, are you worried about something? Because a lot of times, when you worry, you don't eat. Right? Are you worrying about something?
Well, some people stress eat too.
Some people stress eat. This is true.
Right.
But we don't associate that. We know what happens, but we don't associate it. We always associate people threatening and not eating.
And that's what I think where this one is coming from. Like, this is a valid damn question, because people stress eat. So when you put on the weight, like, why are they gonna say like, "Yo, are you healthy? Are you okay?" So I'm like, it's a valid damn question.
It's a good question.
Because I look at this stuff, I'm like, yo, if you lose weight and stuff like that and everything, yeah, you're right. People might think like you might be stressing about something. I mean, I'm one of the person. If I'm depressed, I'm not gonna eat.
Right.
That's just the type of person and stuff I am.
I'm the same way too.
Yeah, if I'm depressed, I feel like my mind and my heart is full. Yeah. So my stomach and stuff, whatever, can wait until I shed some of the weight from like my mind and my heart.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? Then I can get down to like the food. But in the process of that, if I tend to lose weight and stuff and everything, like whatever, I might be in a realm like, are you okay and stuff, whatever. I'm like, then I might not be right. So I might be the typical type of thing and stuff, whatever. But people work out. People work out. People go for walks. People do some things.
People get slim for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
People gain weight for a lot of reasons. So, it doesn't typically mean that.
And we got to put a negative connotation on the person losing weight and everything, but we quick as hell to fat shame somebody and stuff when they put on some weight, though.
Yeah. No, but I mean, is that really fat shaming, though? If somebody look at you and say, "Yo, you put on weight, you eating good," is that fat shaming?
Yo, but some people. All right, so think about this. You anorexic as shit, so like, say like you're 22, right?
Yeah.
Then at let's say like 32 and stuff, whatever, you just put on some pounds and everything like that, whatever, right? And you ain't see somebody since you were 22 and stuff. They see you like, well, damn, Joe.
You done blew up?
What happened? It seemed like you ate the other Joe. That's a fat shaming comment right there. Fuck what you heard.
That's a fat shaming
comment like that, whatever. Because I even see the dude that I went to high school with and stuff with it, and I know he was a bouncer at this club I was going to and stuff in Cleveland. So I went to the club and everything and stuff like that. And he seen me before I seen him and stuff, whatever. And he's like, oh, he seen the girls that I was with. So he let everybody slide through. So I'm like, oh, we getting in for free? And he dapped me. He's like, what's up, Mar? How are you? So I'm like, oh, shit. How are you? Whatever, right? So we beatboxing and stuff, whatever, for a little bit and stuff, whatever. And he's like, yo, I be seeing you on the gram and stuff. You got the little podcast thing and stuff popping off. I'm like, trying to thing. Yeah. So I gave him dap and stuff, and then we walked right in. And I was like, yo. He's like, and he cut me off. He's like, I know. I put on mad weight. So I'm like, okay. But I guess he knew that I was going to come in the realm of stuff, fat shaming. Not me, but he said everybody else and stuff that he's ran into since. Yeah. they basically said the same damn thing.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, it's on the realm and stuff. I'm like, yo, like fat shaming.
So you didn't tell me he was living good? He living large?
He was already tall before, so
Okay,
that's why he was already bouncer mentality. But he was living large. He was wide and large. He was large.
Well, I also think, I guess it's people who, I wouldn't say know your situation, but kind of know a little bit about you prior. So when you do go away, they don't see you for a little while, and then they come back and then they automatically see you. Depending on depending on where they left off seeing you, they kind of making that assumption. So let's say.
But you might not always
let's say he knew you before. Well, he did know you before the podcast jumped off, right?
From high school,
right? And you was slim thugging in high school, right? Now he sees you now, you put on a little bit more weight and stuff like that. But he knows you're successful with the podcast and stuff like that. He looks at you and you say, "Yo, y'all see you putting on a little weight. You must be eating good off of the podcast and stuff like that."
Yeah, but my personal trainer and stuff, whatever, had a death in the family. So when they come back, I'ma get back.
You gonna get back?
The end. Next question. I got this, baby. Baby, I'm trained for this, man. I'm trained for this, man.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's, sometimes you live in large. Sometimes you just get large living.
All right, man. That's it, man. That's all I got for this week. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Okay. We do the regular closeout and let the people know where to find us.
Okay.
We are on all social media streaming platforms. That would be your Spotify, your iTunes, your Stitcher, your SoundCloud. We're on YouTube for your visual pleasures. There's a couple of videos up about us in those realms, but definitely the shows themselves in audio form you can find on YouTube. And if you have not already told a friend, make sure you go ahead and do so. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you go ahead and like. And that's it. No church announcements this week, but swag is coming back around.
Yeah,
that's in about next month time. Yo, I've actually going over some stuff with the move and cleaning up some hard drives and stuff like that. I ran on some pictures that we took at the last one, so I think I'm gonna post that. Give people a reminder that it's coming back up again, and it was a really good event with local artisans and creators. So if you're in the city and you want to check out the crafts, that's a spot, man.
Cool. All right, let me hit it with Associated Sons. Associated Sons this week. If everybody did a little, someone doesn't have to do a lot.
So says the Sons.
Yeah, man. None of this crab-like mentality and sort of crab in the bucket thing, whatever. Like if we all help each other and stuff, whatever, to climb, then we can all help each other to climb out of the bucket. Facts.
Shit, if y'all pitching, I ain't got to do nothing.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's all right. Once again, man, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember the difference between stupidity and genius. That genius has its limits. Peace and love. That'll be easy. I'm going back to Call of Duty.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.